Good morning! Oh, it's Saturday. It's beautiful. The windows are open. There's a little bit of breeze, kind of. A little bit of Drew. Inside joke if you've watched the vlogs before. So I'm starting the morning off with watermelon and mint powder, which I made myself from mint from our garden. This was from last year. I just dried the mint leaves, pulled them off the stems, and then pulverized them. So they've been sitting in a glass jar in the cabinet in the pantry. So I've sprinkled ever so slightly a little bit of mint powder on it. Yes, I'm going to eat this entire thing, and I'm going to be hydrated and feel good, because when you're hydrated properly, you feel good. Your cells feel good. You know when you're drained and exhausted and dehydrated, because down to the molecular level, you're shriveling up. So you need to juice them up. So I'm doing it in form of a gorgeous watermelon, and nothing goes to waste because the rind of the melon is going to the girls so they can have a cold, juicy treat themselves. I have some tomato pieces to give them as well. So I've already drank 20 ounces of water. I'm going to get at least 40 more in before I go out to run errands. And I'm on my own today because Paulie is at... Where did he go? He had a trip today to a horse racetrack. Trying to remember where. I think in New York. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, no idea. So I've already given Chester his Benadryl and his prednisone. We had a situation the other day where I was in the bathtub and I went to, click. We have an old-fashioned bathtub where you have to click the release lever to open up the for the water to drain out of the tub. I went to do that and nothing happened. I went up and down, nothing was happening. Water level exactly the same. So what did I do? I didn't call a plumber. I got out of the tub. I grabbed my trusty toolkit. I unscrewed that housing, which is the... Well, hold on, I wrote it down. It's called Trip Lever Overflow Faceplate. So... and I need it in chrome. And Nora Cupcakes at Farmer's Market. Oh darn, I'm not gonna go because I'm gonna have watermelon instead. Actually, there's an entire food truck festival this weekend in the town next to us in Summers at the Four Town Fairgrounds. Oh lordy, I could not get that out. Sometimes you think one thing and then you open your mouth and something completely different comes up. So I am going to see if maybe Paulie wants to go there tomorrow. I'm not sure because he's going to be away all day today. So I need to go to the hardware store, pick one of those up, and then I think might as well get the new drain cover as well. So it's all nice and new shiny chrome. In the meantime, I'm going to take some food porn pictures, post it on my Instagram. If you don't already follow me, links below. I don't always share everything on all the social media, but Instagram's probably like the quickest way for me to share something, especially when my camera decides to behave. And I am in the market for a new smartphone, so we'll see how that goes. Probably not for a while. I'm trying to really be good in case we need to have, in case Chester needs surgery, and it's going to be about $1,000. So, and obviously we don't have pet insurance. You can get pet insurance now, but it's something we missed out on, and just, everything's out of pocket. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm going to eat my breakfast. First take some food porn pictures, post them on Instagram, eat my breakfast. Already have my hair all up, everything is brushed, and then I will head out to the hardware store, and I'll probably bring you guys with me. It's kismet. I start taking food porn pictures and listen to what comes on. It's Paulie's and Mine song, sang by Izzy. I'll include a link below so you can hear the whole song. Alrighty, let's run some errands. I have my water. The girls have been fed. They got the watermelon rind that I had for breakfast and a giant tomato, which ended up being a huge disappointment because it looked beautiful and heirloom, but when you cut into it, it was all dry inside. So they got a treat. Produce never really goes to waste in our house unless it's like grimy, gross, and slimy, like past its prime. We do share with the girls, so they get treats, and in return we get yummy tasting eggs. So I was just thinking of where I needed to go. So I have $5 off at Dollar General, and I'm almost all out of incense. I have a couple left. So I think what I'm gonna do is head out there first, and then on the way home stop at the hardware store and pick up that replacement part, those replacement parts I need for the bathtub, so I can get that fixed. So in order for Paulie to not have an excuse not to take a shower this morning before heading out with the boys, because you know he's a boy after all. Sorry if you're getting the air in the mic. I taped over the open hole in the bathtub so he didn't have an excuse, and I did see evidence, ample evidence, that he took a bath because his towel is all cockamamie hung up. And what is it with boys and hanging stuff upright? I don't wash towels after every use because that would be kind of crazy. I wash them once a week, so that's more than enough. And Paulie has a dark towel, so you can't really see the grime, and I wash it on super hot with some extra Love-In detergent. So actually I might just throw a load of it wash in when I get back from running errands, maybe while I'm fixing the bathtub. So let's go to Dollar General first. Alright, I'm at Dollar General. I just listened to Snap Judgment on NPR and I wept like a baby. If I can find the episode online, I'll link it below. It's really worth a listen. These are cute. Should I try this? V8 Splash Smoothies, Strawberry Banana. Let's look at the nutritional information. 80 calories per 8 ounces. Alright, not too bad. Let's try it. It's $2. Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuit mix, $2.35, and I got them for $1. Halloween stuff's all out. Although I kind of like these. I might get the pumpkin one. Well, that was successful. I got a bunch of cleaning products, some for our carpet that we need to keep washing where Chester had his accident, and some sales stuff, and I used my $5 off. I got an entire bag of incense. I know I'm a throwback hippie. I wasn't really around for the original hippie times, but you know what? It's okay. I can appropriate it, so I have to pop at the post office on the way home for my first hardware store. Not sure if you're gonna see it, but there's a really funky tricycle over there. Triped, I don't even know what that is. Looks like dune buggy. So Cardio Fitness is in the same plaza as the bread place. It's cute. So I'm at Great Harvest that got reopened, and I'm gonna pick up a spinach. Oh, Popeye. So it has spinach. What's it? What else?
Spinach, garlic, Parmesan cheese, and it's a white and wheat blend.
Alright, that needs a soup along with it.
Yes, yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna pick that one up today. Snickerdoodles are out, so Paulie's all out of luck. Brilliant idea, little half loaves. Bread nursery, that is so stinking cute. That's perfect, especially if it's just one or two people.
Yes.
Great. So I stopped in and met the owners, and it is a franchise. So now I have to plan what to do with this bread for dinner. So I got the part that I think I needed for the bathtub faceplate. They only had one. It's kind of unattractive, but you know what? Whatever. It's functional. I need it replaced. So it's on a ball, and then I look at the instructions, and I think I'm missing one part. See that lever D? So the plate's right there. B and C are attached to the plate. That D has what looks like a pin that goes in here. So when you move this up and down, that's what shuts the water off, right? Where am I going to get a pin? I wonder if I could use a screw. I'm afraid of using a screw because it'll eventually work its way out. But I know that the end of that post that I drained the tub with, when I took the mechanism off, there's nothing on it. There's just a little bar. So, I don't want to just use like a paper clip. And I'm all out of little metal pieces. Wouldn't it be nice if I had known I needed that while I was at the store? Well, I'll try it. I'll go take a look. I'll get my tools, get this, and see if I can, I don't know, get it done. Not pretty, is it? Oh, and ironically, this is it was $9.49. They had a gold version, exact same brand, for $2.70 because they were trying to get rid of the gold ones. But I don't like gold, so I didn't get that. So I've decided what I'm going to make to go with this beautiful Popeye bread. In case you didn't see it on Instagram, I cut a piece of the Popeye bread from Great Harvest, and it's spinach and garlic inside. I thought I'd make corn chowder, and I have, instead of putting potatoes as thickener, I have a little bit of leftover rice, which I will use to puree. So one of the prettiest corns, which I've just been sauteing in a dry pan, non-stick dry pan, nothing in it. The prettiest one I'm going to cut off and use as kernels after I puree it. And you could totally make this vegetarian, but if not, if you are a carnivore or meat eater, I'm going to also saute. I have 3 pieces of bacon. I have garlic, dill, which is the Gourmet Garden, which I adore. It's so easy to use, and the reduced sodium chicken broth, and that's a 32-ounce carton. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off, oh, and I have leftover corn from the other day, which already has peppers and onions and garlic in it. Hold on, let me open that up. I'm going to add that to the broth and let it steep as it simmers, and then puree all of that, and then leave 1 corn, just corn kernels, 1 corn's worth of kernels to put in the end after it's pureed, so there's a little bit of texture. So yeah, doesn't that sound good? So the rice I'm going to leave in probably 1/3 of a cup or so, maybe 1/4 of a cup. Not much. You don't really need a lot. If you don't have rice or don't want to use rice, you can certainly add 1 starchy potato, diced, cubed, peeled and diced up, so you can get that thickness. And then I think I might finish it off with a little splash of milk and serve it with some sour cream. Maybe a little fresh dill on top. We'll see. I'll take you along. So what I'm going to do is in a pan, I'm going to start off the bacon. I'm going to dice it, and it's right from the freezer. I'm just going to dice it up small, render it off, drain most of the fat off, and then remove the bacon to rest, because that will also be a garnish in the soup later. I'm not going to puree the bacon. That I want some of the textural element. And I think for the bread, I'm going to toast it in the oven in large, thick slices. So we can slather either some butter, or like I had it earlier when I did my taste test, with whipped cream cheese, which is delicious. And then to finish it off, I have some spinach to throw in the soup. So that's how I'm going to combine the two. A couple of same flavors, spinach and garlic, and they should go nicely together. So there's the bacon rendered off. I have hot bacon grease. I poured that off, but I did save it because I might use it, but I'm definitely not going to throw it down the sink. So I have 3 of the 4 corn in here with 2 giant cloves of garlic. You can smell it, it's so aromatic. Haven't even turned the heat on, just the warm pan. So I'm going to turn this on medium. Saute this for just a little bit, just to take the bite off of the garlic. Then I will add this leftover corn and the chicken broth and a little bit of dill, and I will taste it for seasoning. You can hear what I'm listening to. It's very inspirational. 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. So I have the corn in there, both the leftover and the fresh, but they were all a bunch. much. Can't help but sing along this. I have the 4 cups of reduced chicken broth. It's a day. I know, I'm trying to show you what I'm making. I'm gonna let this simmer. I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of rice, and then I'm gonna puree everything once it simmers a little bit, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like then. So now that it's come to a rolling boil, I've turned it down to medium-low. Sorry about that. I'm gonna let it simmer for about, let's say 5 minutes or so, 5-6 minutes, and then I will puree and add the last of the ingredients. So I did taste the liquid, and it is nicely flavored because remember the corn that I made that was the leftovers had lots of peppers in it, so it has a little bit of kick and the sweetness from the corn. So it's a nice combination of flavors. So I'm just gonna clean up while this is simmering away. And oh, it looks like I have to charge up my battery too, so there you go. I need to take a break anyway. It has simmered. I have my immersion blender in, and I'm going to puree this until it's very smooth. It's going to be thick because of the cornstarch in the natural corn and the rice. So I have pureed the soup. I've added the spinach, and it's about, oh, I would say 8 to 10 ounces of chopped spinach, and it was already wrung out and there's no juices in there. So you see it's a little bit thicker because of the rice that I pureed in there. And I'm gonna add the last of the corn for the corn chowder. And when I serve it, oh, I did add one more thing from the garden. When I went out to close the chickens, I grabbed a couple of sprigs of thyme. So I thought the nice lemony thyme would be good in this, and I saved some to put on top. So I think I might put a splash of milk in here because I want it just a little thinner than what it is. So it's kind of porridgey right now, but I'm going to add a little splash of milk so it'll make it a little creamier. And then when I serve it, I'll serve it with a dollop of sour cream, the bacon, all of that accoutrement. So I'm gonna pop a couple of pieces of bread in the oven to toast, and I'll show you what it looks like all served up. And there's dinner, toast, and a little bit of, it's creme fraiche with some lemon thyme and bacon pieces. So that's the corn chowder, and that's gonna be it for me for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and keeping me company, because it was just me today. Paulie's still out. He should be home in a little bit, but I'll take some photos and you can see them on social media. And I think I might put a blog post together for the soup, so I'll include that as well below. Don't forget to stop by and check out the Dollar General haul, which will probably be a card right there. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone.